I've been waiting here for a week, and they still haven't served me my drink. What is with this service? You'd think that there's some sort of backroom conspiracy going on here, and this is just a front. Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Ekmak. This is... we are heading to the back room. This is Final Fantasy Dawntrail. In the last episode, we beat the level 99 trial. Unfortunately, that was not the end of the game. I'll be fine. You don't need to worry about me. I was living in a life of excesses, bound for an early grave, when Kethquia came along. Though I was a complete stranger, she took me under her wing and set me straight. It was out of gratitude that I joined Oblivion, but I can't imagine any other life now. I owe her everything I have, and it pains me I couldn't say goodbye. A new family. Wuklamat is searching for words to say to Shale. I'm really sorry, but we're not sure what happened to Kethquia. The others are trying to learn what they can. Oh, Kethquia. We'd known that such a day would come, but I wish we could have at least said goodbye. You knew then that she was already gone. We did. We all did. Kethquia forbade us from saying anything. She wanted to tell you herself when the time was right. I expect she was torn of how to reveal the truth to Erenville. I see. I don't think anyone can blame her for keeping quiet. But tell me, how are the people faring? Have they forgotten Zoroj'a already? No, they still remember him. We wonder if this might be the result of the gate at the summit being closed. Most are unaware of developments. They'll be relieved to hear that the king has been defeated, but at the same time, they're likely to panic if they learn that the queen has disappeared. Right now, Geode is making contact with various government bodies, but it'll probably be best to keep it all under wraps for a time. Agreed. Once we've resolved matters, I'll explain everything to the people. I consider it my duty. As to Zoroj'a's mechanical army, what's become of them now that he's gone? Ah yes, about that. At the time we suspect that Zoroj'a passed, the king's authority appears to have transferred to Guluj'a. You mean to say Guluj'a is the new king? Well, a coronation is required to make it official for the moment. The system recognizes him as his father's successor. But I don't want this. I don't want to be king. It's not a decision you have to make right away. But given that the authority comes with command of the army, you can't give it up lightly either. We can think on it later together. But for now, I want you to hold on to it. To what your father has left you. If you say so. And that is my alert to tell me, hey, you better be starting your stream if you haven't already. Are you alright, Lamachi? What is this? Why can't I? Despite everything that's happened, all the terrible things my brother did, I still don't know how to feel towards him. What's wrong with me? You just need a little time. You think so? I'll take your word for it. For now, we have things under control. Why not return to Tuliolo and rest up while the others handle the investigation? You know, I think I'll do that. It'll be good to see how things are at home and catch up with Kawana. Hey, why don't the two of you come too? But won't everyone hate me? Of course not. They might be a little unsure at first, but I'll set them straight. Besides, I want you to introduce you to Kawana, his new family. Really? Really, that is, if you're fine with it. I am! Then let's be off. We'll head directly to the palace to see Kawana. Right after I unhooked my return destination from Tuliolo, go figure.
You are returned! Wait there! I'm coming down! Where's Lamachi? What happened inside the dome?
I'm sure Ibuki is being very detailed about the whole endeavor.
So my brother is gone. Yet the danger remains. And you must soon sally forth unto an unknown reality.
Hey, Kona!
Lamachi, is this boy, perhaps?
This is Zorolja's son, Kululja.
I see. Time did flow differently inside the dome. If he is our brother's child, then... Kululja, was it? My name is Kona, and I am Lamachi's brother.
You're her brother?
You'll find none more dependable than Kona. He's family, and he'll take good care of you.
A pleasure to meet you, Kululcha.
A pleasure to meet you too, Uncle Kona.
Well, I suppose I am your uncle. But simply Kona will do.
You're all confused, and little wonder. Rest assured, all will be explained in due course. But for now, I want to make one thing clear. Kululcha is his own person. He had no part in his father's crimes. If you have anger towards Zorolja you need to express, Kona and I will gladly hear you. But you will treat Kululcha as you would any child, with kindness.
Well, we picked the exact moment that day turns to night to see this cutscene, I guess.
As we should. The boy's done no wrong.
Yes, the vow of resolve speaks true.
So, will you tell me what happened? Grahatia has given me a summary, but I would hear your detailed account.
Can we walk while we chat? I want to see how things are in the city.
In that case, let us make our way to Bright Plume Post. Our soldiers remain on high alert, but if the threat of invasion has passed, I will bid them take a well-earned rest.
I'm my own person. I am. Even though I knew all was well, I'm still comforted to see Lamachi with my own eyes. It was indeed Zorolja's realm inside the dome. A realm he ruled jointly with Sphene. He as the King of Resolve, and she the Queen of Reason. Just like you and me here. Their people live very different lives compared to ours, but like us, they live them to the fullest. And Sphene is a big part of that. She's considerate and approachable ruler who treats everyone as family. You and her must have gotten along well. We did, but out of love for her people, she's chosen the wrong path. They're good folk, the Alexandrians. They welcomed us into our homes and treated us with kindness and respect. But Zorolja slaughtered them, slaughtered those he was meant to protect for his own ends. By the gods, tell me how this came to pass. his attack on Tuliolo failed, Zorojah sought to gain more power, so he ordered his people executed and harvested their souls. What drove him to commit such an atrocity? He claimed he wanted to bring the world under his dominion, but that was just a means to achieve his true desire. My grandfather, he was a great person, right? Maybe my father wanted to prove he was his own person, that he wasn't just a great person's son. I dare say you are right. As the resilient son, our father's true-born heir, he bore the weight of expectation. That weight was clearly greater than any of us had imagined. That's probably why he was who he was, and why he didn't want me. Damn it all, if only we had tried harder to reach out to him. Let's keep moving. Zorojah had become unimaginably powerful. It was only with Ibuki's help that we managed to defeat him. Now I have a responsibility to the people of Alexandria, and above all, to Gulujah. I promised, didn't I? I wanted us to become family. And it isn't out of obligation. Since I've gotten to know you, I've really come to like you. You might not be my nephew by blood, but we're family to the end. We'll always be there to help each other. Isn't that right? Right. You too, Ibuki. After everything we've been through, we're already as good as family. What? What do you mean, what? The more family you have, the merrier, don't you think? Come on, let's head into the barracks. I'm glad I could hear what happened in the dome. But I'm sorry you had to bear such a heavy burden, Lamachi. Don't be. As a vow of resolve, it was something I had to do. Besides, it was your ingenious strategy that kept Tuliolo safe. Asking you to rule with me was definitely one of my better ideas. It was only because we all fought as one we could repel the invaders. And then only with the aid of Vetra and his kin. Thanks to Alphino and Estinian interceding for us, we were able to swiftly forge an alliance with Radzatan. When the dragons appeared in our skies, I felt that this was it, the Tuliolo you had envisioned. We owe our new allies a great debt. I hope that we can repay them one day. Indeed, once I've dealt with matters, we should go and thank them in person. Ibuki had told me as much, but you still have work to do, yes? Yes, I need to find Sphene. She harmed our people so that her own might live, but as I was raging at her deeds, I realized something. Just because Tuliolo is safe doesn't mean I can ignore what becomes of Alexandria. That's the kind of thinking that led to conflict in the old days. I want to help the Alexandrian people live in peace and happiness, and the only way to do that is to stop Sphene from walking her path. Very well, Lamachi. Just promise me you'll take care. I promise, Goanna. While I had anticipated this, I still can't help but worry. I'm sorry I have to go away so soon, but even setting Sphene aside, some of our own people may be among the endless. I can't just sit around and leave everything to others. I understand, I have matters well in hand, so do what you must. Ibuki, for all you've done for us, for our nation and our family, I fear I can never express sufficient gratitude. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. Uklama wishes to look in on her soldiers. Well, it was good to catch Goanna up. Now we'll talk to this old... Huh? Who might this be from? Hello, that's right, Ibuki is with me. Is that so? In that case, let's meet at Sunperch. See you soon. Ishtola is heading back. I dare to hope she's found a way to pursue Sphene. If you all want to go ahead to Sunperch, I'll pay our soldiers a quick call. Apologies for the wait. You're all here, then that means... Aye, we believe we've found a way to travel to the reflection where Sphene has retreated. I was busy providing aid in Solution 9, so I haven't heard the details myself. Could you start from the beginning, Ishtola? Per Sphene's own words, the gate atop Everkeep was opened and closed by the power of interdimensional fusion. And it was the artifact known as the key that allowed her to control it. According to Ketenram, the key was brought with me to the source 20 years ago. It was then kept here in the palace until its theft by Zoraljar, who used it in Yalsunai to fuse a portion of our world with this reflection. Following Zoraljar's demise, Sphene claimed the key and disappeared through the gate. But where exactly did that gate lead? In seeking the answer, we took another look at Origenics and made a startling discovery. As you all know, there should have been one more level at the summit of Everkeep. The 12th level, the King of Resolve's royal abode. Right, but when you actually went there, you saw it didn't exist. Curiously, we analysed Origin X logs to see where the memories of the departed were being sent, and where should it be but through the gate to the missing 12th level. That level alone must have lain outside the fused region, and so was left behind. Then it means... the reflection to which Sphene has fled is her own. Indeed. 'Tis Sphene's homeworld, and she has returned there to join the memories of her departed citizens. But as the key lies with her on the other side, we haven't the means to reopen the gate. Forgive me, but I thought we already knew she had gone home. Or at least it seemed obvious to me. What I want to know is, how do we pursue Sphene if the gate here is closed? We use another gate, and it just so happens we know where one is. The Skydeep cenote. Aye, all evidence suggests that the gate there leads to the world whence Alexandrians and I came. But assuming that's true, how can we open it? That's what we shall find out using the code in this earring. As you can recall, Krell's earring is in fact a data storage device. An analysis of it yielded a code, something used to control a contraption, and a very large one at that. Given the circumstances of Krell's arrival in the source, we believe that said contraption is the gate to the Golden City. This is admittedly an educated guess, but we are quite hopeful that it will work. To make such progress in so short a time, you really are amazing! We couldn't have done it alone. The credit must go to the members of Oblivion for acquiring the information we needed, Shale especially. Right then, it seems the plan is set. To the Skydeep cenote. Begging your pardon, Buki, but might I have a moment ere setting forth? Oh, you're already going to give her the thing! Yes, I had thought to save it for later, but in light of these developments, I feel now is the time. As Lamachi says, I have something for you. Please come with me to the Bayside Bevy. I should have used the Nathanette shard. This is way bigger a walk than I thought it was going to be. Shop space must be tidy before box orders arrive. Doliolo is safe in no small part due to your valor. As a token of our appreciation, I have commissioned special equipment for you. While it is inadequate as an expression of gratitude, I pray it will serve you well in your coming mission. It is apparently incorporates foreign technology. Leave it to Gowan to request such a thing, eh? Maywazont yonder has the equipment in his keeping. Just say the word and he will bring it out. So this is the syncable. You can now obtain job-specific gear from Maywazont. The weapons and gear obtained can be equipped at level 99, but item stats will be subject to item level sync. Upon reaching level 100, these items will no longer be synced. Remember, the gear can be dyed upon completion of role quests associated with the job. So I don't plan on using it because it'll be below my stats, but we can at least have a look at what it would all look like. Save, delete outfit. Oh boy. It makes her look like an Asian. Or Garlean, I guess. Some sort of Garlean mercenary, perhaps? Wuklama is eager to set off the Skydeep Cenote through the Gate of Gold. With your shiny new gear, I reckon you're ready for anything. Come on, let's head for the Skydeep Cenote. Access to the area is presently restricted per my orders, so I shall accompany you. It's a good thing I did that current hunting earlier. You know, I bet I could have flown down there myself. It doesn't look like there's anything that prevents me from taking flight down here. Well, you never know. Maybe the devs feel a bit jerkish. Goanna has already gone inside, but I couldn't help but take a moment. Just being here takes me back. And it wasn't even that long ago that we visited for the rite. So much has happened since then. Truly, guided by my grandfather's letter, I cross the seas in search of answers. What awaits us on the road ahead, I know not, but I shall walk it to the end with you all. Come on, let's go.
Electrope everywhere one turns, harboring vast amounts of lightning. This place is very much alive. Crow, try holding your earring to the terminal.
Yeah, take it off. You don't want to have it here up to the terminal if it sets off an alarm like that.
No luck. Don't give up yet. The terminal reads the code.
It might just need higher clearance. Galulja, would you give it a try?
Me?
If the king's authority is passed to you, then the gate ought to open.
But I leave behind that which I've gained by the sweat of my brow. It is yours to embrace or spurn.
What?
The earring. It really was.
Remarkable. A void gate is forced open with a blast of ether, and thus appears as a tear in the fabric of reality. In contrast, this is the stitchwork of a master. Neatly hemmed, without a thread out of place. A power to be reckoned with. But now isn't the time to marvel. If Galuljar can open the gate, then so too can Sphene close it. 'Twould be wise to employ magics in its defense, both to maintain its stability and ward off interference.
So we can't take everyone in with us.
While I am able to invoke said magics, I cannot sustain them alone. I require another to channel with me, and in unison.
For that role, I do humbly volunteer myself. But even our combined efforts offer no certainty of success. Might we prevail upon the two of you to lend your support?
Of course. If coordination between mages is required, few would be better suited than Alize and myself.
Shall I remain as well?
While your presence would be welcome, I'd rather you joined the expedition team. For despite our earnest efforts, the gate may well end up closed once more. In such a situation, it may fall to those on the other side to devise a method to reconnect our worlds. A task with which you are not unfamiliar, as I recall.
I have faith it will not come to that, but should it? I will endeavor not to disappoint.
So, assuming Wook-Lamart, Kryl, and Erenville are given for this foray, I'll make myself useful here by guarding those who are maintaining the gate. Should any threats emerge, from the world beyond or otherwise, I'll deal with them.
As will I. Which leaves you free to head in there and do what you do best.
Beat people senseless with the blunt end of a gunblade. Gotcha. With you holding the fort, I know we'll be alright.
It's fine. Really. Mostly. Just don't let her bear the burden alone. Do you hear?
Nope. En route here, I caught sight of a large lizard. It looked palpable enough, so I shall hunt it later. We can enjoy the meat while you regale me with the tales of wonder after you've returned. We who shall remain want for neither expertise nor experience. Worry not on our account, fix thy gaze on the path ahead instead. I'm needed here, I accept that. I'm not a child anymore. I'll spare no effort doing my part, so you do yours too. Together we'll protect what we hold dear. There's no telling what dangers we'll face, I know. But if my mother is out there, I need to find her. Give her a piece of my mind. If Sphene is intent on plundering Aether from other worlds, then our task is clear. We must stop her. She cannot be allowed to harm anyone else, neither those who are dear to us, nor strangers we have never met. I'll keep everyone safe, just concentrate on your own task. Once again I must leave Lamachi in your care. Please return safely. I would dearly love to accompany you, but this time I will content myself with seeing you off. Where you go now, I pray you find hope. I look forward to hearing your account upon your return. To be completely honest, it is all I can do not to throw myself into that light. I must resist the urge, for my presence here will be required should the gate close. It wouldn't do to lose everyone, our champion not least of all. I've done all we can. If you should meet Cathquia, please tell her I said thank you. This power I've inherited, I will use for good. I will! 20 years ago, I emerged from that gate. Whether or not the answers I seek lie on the other side, I will see things through. I'd be lying if I said I'm not nervous, but your presence gives me comfort and courage. Imagine your other travel companions often feel the same.
Tis done. Whenever you're ready.
We'll protect the portal. Keep it open no matter what. Beyond lies an unknown reflection. Short of asking an Ascian, We unfortunately have no way of identifying which one it is.
Well, what we do know is that it's Sphene's domain. A place where she brings back those who've been lost. So for now, why don't we call it the Unlost World? Right. Let's go.
Looks surprisingly modern, doesn't it?
How to describe the sheer amazement we felt when we emerged on the other side of the portal? I fear words do not do it justice. Before us was a vibrant world where the memories of the departed abided and reveled in bygone days. Living memory, or so the Endless called it. How they laughed and smiled as they reminisced upon unfulfilled dreams, alive in all perceivable ways, yet knowing no loss. So resplendent was every ilm of this paradise. The words rose unbidden to my lips. All this time, it was here, the city of gold.
Unlost World, living memory. Neither the void nor the first, we are indeed come to an unknown reflection. This is my world, my home. The City of Gold is an apt description indeed. Amazing, absolutely amazing! We've literally stepped into Yokwi legend. Whichever reflection this may be, it would seem the barrier between here and the source is thin in Yakdel. That would explain why Yokui's visions and the location of the gate. Hey, Erenville, that volcano over there, you don't suppose it's real? An actual volcano spewing forth lava in the middle of the city. I'd like to see that. Hey, you never know. Look, there's a path down. Let's see where it goes. Always grab the aetheryte. I see Electrope is used here too. There's no mistaking the design of this aetheryte. The people here, could they be... It's strange, though I've never been to this place before, it somehow makes me feel nostalgic. Unlike Everkeep, with all its advanced technology, here it's brick and stones. It's like we've travelled to the past. The differences may be more superficial than you think. Take a good look at the buildings around us. There's electrope everywhere, along with myriad contraptions. Like how Sphene projects her image onto soldiers, I believe this city's appearance is artificial. This aetheryte is identical to the one in Everkeep, is it not? This suggests this place is Alexandrian. That would seem a fair assumption. In light of all this, could it be this city is Everkeep's missing 12th level? Welcome, friends, welcome! Who are you? My name is Constancy, and like you, I am an Endless. We have been recreated from the memories of those who have exhausted their souls, the departed, in other words. Great effort is taken to ensure the integrity of your memory, so it will feel no different from when you are flesh and blood. Let's go along with it for now. I am a caretaker here at Living Memory, City of the Endless. It is my pleasure to provide guidance to newcomers such as your good selves. City of the Endless. At a glance there seem to be many different facilities. What kind of place is this? Simply put, it's a recreational attraction. The city is divided into 4 areas, each of which captures scenery that once defined our continent. In this way we ensure that what is lost is not forgotten, that all precious memories endure forevermore. In Everkeep's early days this place was used by the living, but it was made a haven for the Endless hundreds of years later. Now then, if you would please follow me, I will give you a guided tour. Do take care, as the wildlife who here brought for preservation roams freely. Hold on a moment. While the tour would be interesting, it's Sphene that we've come to see. Oh, so you wish to meet the Queen? In that case, you are in luck. It was just announced that Her Majesty will enter into a slumber, but there is still time. If you tried calling to her before the Meso terminal at the center of the city, she will likely appear. I'm not sure how things work around here, but let's head to this Meso terminal. Thanks, Constancy. We'll take you up on the tour next time. I shall look forward to it. Good luck seeking out Her Majesty. Meso Terminal. This colossal golden structure arises from the center of living memory. A glittering monument to Alexandria's eternal queen, it also serves as a central terminal for Everkeep's core system. Like the chamber in Skydeep's Hanot, the electrope here produces a strong golden light. A difference in energy levels, perhaps. wonder, can the Endless venture elsewhere, or can they only survive here? The plants are real as far as I can tell. Not everything is an illusion.
Sphene? Are you there?
No, I'm not.
If you are, say something. We need to talk. Sphene.
That you should come here.
I haven't known you long, Sphene, but I know you have a good heart. Your love for your people is proof of this. I can't let you do what you're trying to do. And deep down, I don't think you want to do it either.
I want a world without suffering. A world where nothing is lost. Would that such a place existed. But the Endless only grow in number, and ever more life forces needed to sustain them. Within the barrier, we have managed to curb the cycle of rebirth these few hundred years. But we've reached the limit. That is why I looked to interdimensional fusion, to harvest what we needed from your world, from your people. And with the key, we will have it.
And once you've plundered our world of ether, what then? Will you do the same to others? All men eventually die. If you make endless of everyone, you will never have enough ether to sustain them. You but prolong the inevitable.
Sphene, if you would nevertheless persist in this folly, we must stand against you. For we too have people we cannot lose, places to which our hearts belong.
Lamachi, I would have loved nothing more than to work hand in hand with you to tend our nations. But fate is cruel. By the time it had brought us together, our futures had already been written. The kind and gentle Queen Sphene was too weak to serve her people, and so she will serve them no more. I will erase all memories of the living Sphene, she who has cursed me with this soft and powerless nature. Freed from conscience, I shall become a ruler that can protect Alexandria. A devourer of worlds. When two nations cannot protect their own without doing harm to the other, there can only be one resolution. It is a hard truth, but one you understand, don't you?
Then let's resolve this.
I'm afraid we're out of time. The process has begun, and it cannot be stopped.
Mesoterminal memory deletion in progress. Mesoterminal memory deletion in progress. Upon completion, interdimensional fusion will commence.
Sphene!
And now bright, happy music once again. The Endless were unsustainable from the first. Sphene has been fighting a lost cause. The Endless exist in defiance of the laws of nature, but they exist nonetheless, with Sphene holding them to be no different from the living. While Sphene's intentions are good, her methods are anything but. We cannot yield at any cost. Puff of darkness has taken up residence on my shoulder. What are we going to do now, damn it? I felt that I had come to understand Sphene, but I'm still clueless. Utterly clueless. Mosquito juice. Through the gate of gold. Wukamar's palpitation is fairly palpable. Frustration is... Oh man, I don't even want to think about what sort of sentence I just said. Those who live forever. It doesn't seem like there's much else we can do here. Let's return to the Aetheryte for now. The caretaker, Constancy, perhaps he can tell us more about this business of Sphene going into a slumber. Well, while you're doing that, Ibuki's going to be making her own way back, having lots of fun. It's very eye-catching asymmetry, these grounds. No sign of Constancy. He's left the area. Is that it? No, that's not him. Don't tell me he's gone somewhere else. He's nowhere in sight. Perhaps he's taken other recent arrivals on a tour? Looking for someone, are you? Yes, he was here just earlier, a fellow named Constancy. Wait, what? Hello everyone, you made it here as I knew you would. Is that who I think it is? It is, it's Kathquia! None other. This is the first time some of you are seeing me in the proverbial flesh, isn't it? Feast your eyes then. She who was controlling the unassuming machine was a ravishing Shatona maiden. That was a bit much, wasn't it? Ignore me. So it was true. That you're here means... I tried to tell you so many times, but my courage always failed me. I am indeed an endless. Have been for a while now. Erenville. Now you've come to stop Sphene, yes, I can help with that, but I have a request to make. You know how to stop her then? While there are no guarantees, your coming here makes it a distinct possibility. As my wish is relevant to your mission, will you hear me out? You can decide what to do afterwards. Excellent. To begin, we'll need to head to a different area. See that sentry? I'll have them grant you access to the zipline. Zipline? What is that? A fun little mode of transport. They don't see much use though, as we Endless can teleport freely within living memory. This particular zone line will take you to a zone named Canal Town. I'll be waiting for you there. With that enduring pushiness, it could only be Kathquia. Let's go. So, there are 4 different zones in living memory. Earth, fire, water, wind. Notably, lightning and ice zones are missing. You can sort of understand with lightning because after the world was destroyed by lightning storms, they probably want nothing to do with it ever again, but it's kind of weird that ice is missing. Maybe it doesn't convert nicely with electro. I'm sorry, it's just she's gone, and yet to see and hear her carrying on like nothing's, I don't know how to feel. Kathquia has already teleported ahead, it seems. I think I know how it works. I've got this. It has the look of the contraptions she found through the Isle of Harm. It looks like it has the look of the contraptions found throughout the Isle of Harm, does it not? You don't seem to be bleep boop, error. User ed registration confirmed. I bid you welcome to Canal Town, the resort of romance and relaxation. Please enjoy your stay. What a charming place. That's them, the people Sphene strives to protect. They look happy. So, what's this request of yours then? I want you to erase us. Erase the Endless. What? And darn, it starts raining. I suppose it's in character for this shard. For now, let's hear the rest. And by erase, she means... Kathquia must have her reasons. ... Oh, come now, spare me those gloomy faces. Being alive, you're the only ones who can do this, and we won't have a better opportunity than now while Queen Sphene is busy preparing to initiate dimensional fusion. It's wrong to sacrifice others to sustain the Endless. This I firmly believe. But talking to you now, you seem as real as any of us. If you need an answer right away, I don't know if I can give it. Is there a reason we need to act so soon? Because, as you've just said, it's wrong to sacrifice others to sustain us. Remember, we need life force. Other forms of ether don't cut it. In the beginning, we managed with the ether of those who died in the barrier. But as our numbers grew, there began to be a shortage. That's why Queen Sphene looked to other sources. Even the ether I'm composed of may have come from victims of the attack on Tuliolo. I can't bear that thought. Can't bear to exist because someone died. We'd probably feel the same way if we were in your shoes, but what exactly are you asking us to do? In each zone, there is an enormous data storage device called a terminal. That is where our memories are kept. If you shut down a terminal, the memories within will disappear, along with those endless created from them. But does this need to be done now? Can't we stop Sphene first, then take it from there? It's precisely in order to stop Sphene that it must be done now. Her own memories are stored within Meso Terminal, which stands at the heart of living memory. As you would expect, the terminal's defenses are extremely tight, but it has moments of vulnerability, such as when it has just finished calculations, which we can exploit to shut it down from within. While we wait for that opening, we erase the Endless. Once we are gone, Sphene will no longer have a reason to plunder Aether from other worlds. This doesn't really hold up, but I guess they really wanted an excuse to have a pretty last world that we have to destroy terminal by terminal. Would Sphene simply allow us to shut down the terminals? In preparation for the fusion, the Meso Terminal is currently performing massive calculations while gathering energy. Even if the system notices us, it cannot easily suspend the process. Rather than doing so, I believe it will attempt to accelerate the timetable and bridge worlds before the plan can be thwarted. It wouldn't be a decision Sphene would wish to make, but she would be able to save those who are stored within the Meso Terminal at least. There's sense in your strategy, and in resolving to stop Sphene, we had anticipated it might come to this, but to actually talk about erasing the Endless is difficult. You needn't feel any guilt. No matter how lifelike we may seem, we Endless are but facsimilies created from memories. Besides, stopping Sphene requires you shut down the Meso Terminal, which sustains all of us. Sooner or later, it will need to be done. If we are to be erased, let it be before more people come to harm. Living, breathing people with futures they deserve to experience. There has to be another way. I'm afraid not. We've spent years scouring preservation's records but found nothing. It's truly a bothersome system they've created. I don't want you to go. Ooh, we get to pick all the options. Well, I appreciate the thought. We can't afford to miss this chance. Do this for me, will you? We'll do as you ask. thank you for respecting my wish. And as a personal request, while her actions cannot be condoned, I ask that you afford Queen Sphene a measure of understanding. Know that she herself didn't choose to become an Endless. It was the preservation that made that choice for her. She is powerless to resist her purpose. What do you mean? The Sphene you know is an ideal that preservation brought to life. Harnessing the love the living Sphene bore for her people, they brought forth an eternal queen whose primary directive is to preserve the Endless. But as you know, Endless consume ether. Sphene was compelled to find ways to procure it, and that compulsion has driven her to resort to interdimensional fusion. What? Are you telling me the original Sphene wouldn't have chosen this? What the Queen might have done, only she herself would know. But the scientists of preservation have vanished, leaving their created Queen to walk alone. So as you go about your mission, think not that you're stopping a ruthless villain, but rather that you're relieving a troubled soul of her burden. Alright, Kathquia, we understand now, both your reasoning and your feelings. But before we erase the Endless, I'd like to know them. I'd like to know what she fights tooth and nail for. If we're going to reject someone's beliefs, let it be after we've come to understand them. This is a lesson I learned from the Rite of Succession. I realize we're pressed for time, but if it's alright with you, I want to meet as many people as I can. You truly are Gulujaja's kitten. Well, the calculations will take a while still. It should be fine if we do this as we proceed to the terminals. I'm with you. We might not be able to learn everything, but it would nevertheless be meaningful if we glimpse the hearts of those who inhabit this place before we set them free. I'll leave it to you then. When you've finished here, come and find me at the fountain near that big clock tower. Not much of a clock tower, I don't see any hands on it. Right, let's split up and find some locals to speak with. It really is a lovely place. You should run along and enjoy it while you can. Alright, I'm gonna channel Ibuki here for a moment. Erenvil's out of earshot, right? Smash! Definitely smash! I would not object to your decision, and as my mother says, you needn't feel any guilt. Yet I must admit, I myself am still conflicted. To have such doubts after coming all this way, it's laughable, isn't it? It's human. Your ancestors were refugees from Lindblum? What tales they must have. I must say I'm starting to enjoy myself, even when it's only brief. This has the feel of a journey. Something I need to make sure I do is I need to keep using this stupid compass to make sure I don't miss any portals. Well, I don't believe I've seen you around before. Newcomer, I take it. It's wonderful here, let me tell you. Why, I just bumped into a dear friend in life, and we've been whiling away the hours reminiscing. It might not have been more like days, actually. You don't get a sense of time here. By the way, did you hear the announcement earlier? As much as I love this place, I wonder if Queen Sphene can really sustain us forever. But I suppose there's no use worrying about such things. Anyway, thanks to you, we found a break in our conversation. We'll go and ride the gondola next. Southwest, so it's probably on the other side of those buildings. Oh, hello there. Taking in the sights of Canal Town too, are ya? Both my wife and I just adore this place. We became estranged in life, she and I, but being here gave us a chance to reconcile. I couldn't be more grateful for the chance to spend these blessed little moments together again. I have no more regrets. Whether Her Majesty's plan succeeds or no, I can rest with peace in my heart. Well, we shall continue on our way, but we hope to see you again. Till next time. Part of me hopes that my parents are here too, but there's probably too much to ask for. Where'd she go? A most wondrous thing happened. My mother was recently reunited with a good friend of hers. I imagine they're doing their best to make up lost time, speaking of all that has happened since last they met. Indeed, I expect it'll be some time until she returns, so I was thinking of procuring a few snacks to pass the time. Perhaps some popcorn to start. Southwest. Oh, right, this is a game where you can actually swim. My bad. You there, have you tried popcorn? You haven't? You don't know what you're missing! I consider myself something of a gourmand, and believe me when I say the classic salt flavor is amazing! I accidentally skipped some of that. This salt creatiness is simply exquisite. That's the only way to describe it. Once you have a mouthful, it's impossible to stop until it's all gone. And after you've tried that, I urge you to seek out other stores. There are lots of them everywhere, offering all manners of delights. For another recommendation off the top of my head, the ice cream over in Acetylene Volcano. It's so smooth and rich and... oh, just think about it, it's giving me a hankering. That's it, I'm going to go and have some right now! The Endless seemed to eat the food with relish, but it couldn't be real. Could it? Welcome, welcome, have a browse. Let me know when you're ready to order. You're here on that lady's recommendation as well, I take it? I had been wondering what the Endless do for sustenance, so it seems a good opportunity to learn. Oh, is this your first time eating, is it? The food here is created using ether and memory data. To us, it tastes just like the real thing. So how about it? Would you like some popcorn? Let's give it a try, shall we? That's the spirit. Find a table you like and I'll bring it right out. Unless you worry, there's no charge. All the food is free here. Novelty popcorn buckets, I guess. Food created with memory data. How will this taste to the living, I wonder? Well, as they say, there's only one way to find out. You sample a handful of popcorn. While it has texture, you can detect no taste whatsoever. Isn't that just usual popcorn anyway? You need flavoring from elsewhere to lend it anything. Good gods, it tastes like nothing at all. We've attracted attention. The vampires will know something's up. I mean, it's amazing. I've never had such tasty popcorn. It's not our bestseller for nothing. And what about you? It's fantastic. It's always special watching newcomers eat for the first time. Well, there's something they carried over from Alexandria. They're just like the people of Everkeep. Their communal spirit, their delighted smiles, exactly the same. Thank you for your custom. Come again anytime. By the way, prior to this, a young man caught my eye near the canal. He appeared to be searching for something, and rather frantically. Did you perchance see him too? No, I must say I'm curious as to what has him so flustered. Could you help me look for the fellow? I wonder if this is one of those things where you can actually see the person if you explore during the quest. Those do happen. My thanks, let's head to where I last saw him. I'm sure they won't mind me riding a car through the streets. .460 to the west. 'Twould seem he's no longer in the vicinity. Let us keep looking. Whatever it is that troubles him, perhaps we could be of assistance. Those who live forever. In Serenity and Sorrow, Grahat here wishes to track down the troubled Endless. I cannot claim to know exactly how Endless behaved, but hopefully our man has not gone far. Let us split up and search for him. He is an Eldite with fair hair. So I look at the timer and I realize that we're not even through the first zone and we're already at an hour and a half. This area might end up proving to be longer than I thought. God, strike me down. We reunite after 100 years and what should happen? Yeah, my apologies, but I'm in some haste. If you have something to say, please make it brief. Your friend noticed I seemed troubled, so you've been looking for me? What kind souls you are! I've lost something important. The engagement ring for my beloved. A lanky monkey-like fiend stole it from me. After running hither and thither, I managed to locate the beast in yonder square, but I'm uncertain how I should take the ring back. Once I might have considered fighting it, but given the shortage of ether, the danger is simply too great. If I were to be struck down and my essence dispersed, I'm not like to be remade for a long time. I cannot risk that, not after my beloved has finally been given form again after 100 years. Though it pains me to do so, I shall give up on the ring. But I thank you for your kind concern. Thieving Tourbillon. Survey the location, defeat the fiend. What does this ring actually say? Retrieved from a mischievous fiend, this engagement ring is intended for the beloved of the fair-haired man. Oh, 'tis you again. Was there something else? Good heavens! This is the ring! You took it back from that beast? Thank you ever so much. I see you've already resolved the situation, Ibuki. You must be the friend who first noticed me. I owe you my gratitude as well. My name is Euclase. I was planning to propose to my beloved with the ring, and thanks to you, I can do just that. Well, well, that is cause to rejoice indeed. Did the two of you meet here? No, we were sweethearts in life, but I died young, and she only followed me decades later. Even then, our reunion wasn't yet to be, for the ether shortage means not everyone can be recreated. I had to wait until but recently to see her again. A reunion beyond death. Such a thing would be possible here, I suppose. I assume you're newly arrived. While our memories are stored in the terminals, less than 1 in 10 of us has been given form at present. I myself have reincarnated 3 times now, and each time there seems to be fewer of us. It's fairly a miracle that my beloved and I could meet. I see, given the circumstances, the chances of existing concurrently with an acquaintance would be slim indeed. And slimmest still for a loved one. Truly, that's why I decided to do what I failed to do in life. Ask her for her hand. With her regulator, she was spared the sadness of my death. Even so, she never took another man for the rest of her days. She told me that, although she couldn't remember me afterwards, she could never shake the feeling that someone precious had been part of her life. The sweet fool. The ring represents a yearning that I have long carried, though I know full well it is only a construct, like these bodies of ours. There is a part of me that wonders if this is wrong. Not that I expect us to exist forever, even in this form, but to be with the one I love once again and make her happy. However wrong this world may be, I have nothing but gratitude for Queen Sphene. Now, if you'll excuse me, I shall go and make that proposal. I've made her wait long enough as it is. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my thanks. Tickets? For the gondola! To ensure that order is preserved, we must observe the proper way of doing things even here. It's very much like Sphene to make it so, is it not? Take care, my friends, and see to it you have no regrets. Well, I think it's about time we rejoin the others, but what do you say we go by gondola? I expect it won't be possible to do so once the terminal has been shut down. Come, let's seek a vessel at the pier. I've presented our tickets. While I'm no stranger to boats, I can't help but feel a little excited. We can push off any time. Mind the gap when you're bored. Very shippy.
Do you remember what I said to you before all this? That life is a series of journeys, that you must be true to yourself, for indeed, there's no telling what awaits. I don't know about you, but I certainly didn't expect to behold such sights. The future is as fluid as the water beneath us, truly. Tell me, my friend, have you ever wished to be reunited with someone who has passed away? I have. I do. But I think, above all else, I wish that they had lived. If only for one more day. One more day. A joyous one, if I could choose. I did all that I could to make it happen. I tried everything, and spared nothing. In that manner, I was able to keep some few souls out of harm's way, but so many were beyond my power to save. What would I have done then, had I this? And you? Can you imagine yourself spending eternity here, knowing no loss?
Quite the moral quandary, isn't it? I mean, technically he went back in time and changed the world in order to save the Warrior of Light. He did not spare any expense. 'Twas nice to chat with you again, my friend. Feels as though it has been some time. Having met endless like you clays, I feel like I've come to understand Sphene a little better. Anyone who would wish those dear to them a long and happy future, and she bears the burden of this desire for all her subjects. Yet, as Krau said, we too have people we cannot lose. Come, Ibuki, we can get to the fountain via yonder bridge. Okay, just need to triple check. 129 to the west. That's the direction the game is going to send us in a bit for the plot, so we can do that a little bit later. do love this view of the city from here. The picturesque scene of passerby against the skyline is absolutely perfect. But the endless have grown greatly diminished, the buildings in the distance have grown dark. What will come next, I wonder? Now that I look at it closely, the clock has no hands, on account of there being no needed detractor of time, perhaps? Finished talking to the locals, have you? I'd be keen to hear your impressions. Kyle and Erenville are still out and about, it seems. So how was it? What are your impressions of those you met? It was great. Everyone was so happy. Just talking to them made me happy too. What about you, Ibuki? Sweethearts reunited? That's a miracle. While it is a miracle after a fashion, the system strives to make such encounters possible. If you meet someone you know, it's probably not by chance. The terminals hold information on unfulfilled longings and uses them to orchestrate reunions like Euclase's. I see. That the terminals can do this is impressive indeed, but there is one thing I do not understand. According to Euclase, his beloved passed away decades after he did, yet they appeared to be of like age. Ah, yes, people are not necessarily recreated as they were when they passed away. The appearance of an endless, I speculate, reflects the happiest period in their life. Is that the case for you then? Not that I can tell how old you are as slowly as your people age. I'm not sure, to be honest. I have so many happy times, it's hard to know which one applies. I'm insufferably inquisitive. Whether it's nature or technology, I can't help but want to learn more about the world around me. You might say that discovery is what gives me joy. It made me happy in life. It may have been a blessing afterwards. The other endless are content with what they have here, you see. They don't develop the urge to leave. But I was so determined to see the world again, I taught myself how to gain control of a vessel and ventured outside. Heh, you're a proper rebel. Well, that's enough about me for now. While we wait for Krau and Ellensphere, I have a favor to ask you. As you may have noticed, most of the fountains here aren't running. That's because, despite its shiny appearance, the city is centuries old and everything is dreadfully run down. The fountains appear apparently used to put on magnificent shows, and I was hoping we could get them working again. Giving the control units a dose of ether should be enough to restore the circuits and switch them on, but being an endless, I'm unable to do that. I realize this is a selfish request, but at the last I'd like to treat the people here to the display. Just leave it to us. I'd love to see the show myself. Thank you. The control units are built into the surrounding lampposts. If you tend to a few of them, you'll be done for before you know. Once the fountains are fixed, we can round up Ellensphere and Krau and head to the hydro terminal together. So the time is nigh. Come, let us see to it. This must be the control. Dilapidated control unit. You've not been to Daguerro Medical Collection? Not yet. I suppose I should pay it a visit. Let's talk to Wuklamat just in case she has something new to say before we finish doing the terminals. It looks like ordinary stone, but inside it's electrobe. Talk about confusing. The fountains shows are supposedly magnificent. Perhaps they'll impress even my fuzzy little bun bun. Oh, he's never gonna live that nickname down.
We've switched on the circuits like you asked.
Thank you, everyone. Hopefully, this does the trick.
Oh! Amazing.
Wow! Look, Mother, look! It's beautiful.
I've never seen anything like it.
Wuklamat! Oh, where are you? Wuklamat!
By the gods, it's Namika.
Begging your pardon, but I'm looking for a child. A small Shibrali girl. Have you seen her by chance?
We did not need this blow to her resolve.
You are Namika, aren't you? It's me, Wuklamat. Don't you recognize me?
Oh, what am I to do? The child and I, we aren't related by blood, but she's as dear to me as my own.
It's all right. You found her. I'm here.
You? Could it be?
Yes, Namika. You know these eyes, this voice. It's me, Wuklamat.
Oh! It is you! Oh, how silly of me. But if you're here, then that means...
No. I'm still alive.
Oh, good. Thank the gods for that. But what power has brought us together again? This isn't a dream, is it?
It's not a dream. Or rather, it is a dream come true. I so wanted to hear your voice one more time.
Just look at you, my Wuk-Lamat. Stronger and more assured than I've ever seen. Such hazards you must have braved, and hardships endured to come so far.
It was tough, but I made it thanks to my friends. And to you, Namika. I'm the person I am now because you always believed in me. Because you loved me as if I were your own daughter. Thank you. Thank you. You're everything I could have asked for. The best mother.
Ah, I'm so glad. Looking back, I've had a blessed life. And it was because I was a part of yours. When I lost my child to illness, I thought I'd never know happiness again. But it rekindled in my breast the instant you smiled your little smile at me. You became my purpose. My joy.
You're mine too.
To have this chance to speak with you again and leave nothing unsaid. I know not how or why, but I am grateful. So grateful. Where you must go, I cannot follow. But know that I'll always be with you. Take care of yourself. Promise me.
I will, Mama. I will. And one day, we'll meet again. I understand why Sphene cannot bear to let them go. But as painful as it is to part, we're meant to live and die. To let go and let others carry on in our stead. We can't cling to everything forever. Come. Let's keep moving.
Okay, checking to make sure. Okay, 88 yarms. We gotta grab that ether current before we pass, so probably have to beat this guy up. Just to make sure, Pathquia, you're not going to disappear when we shut this terminal down, right? Not yet. It's the aero terminal in the northwestern zone that holds my memories. You already know how to operate the terminal. It's the same process as the fountain's control. I leave it to you to decide when to shut it down. Doing so will cause the endless here to fade away, together with this beautiful scenery. If you still wish to speak with people or see the sights, you want to do that first. It will not be possible. Hang on, I want to talk to everyone here before we do that. Namika looked truly happy. Reminiscence, weather effect. The show was breathtaking, was it not? I've made a wonderful memory. Thank you. So, as she was saying, upon shutting down the hydro terminal, it will not be possible to restore Canal Town to its present form. Are you certain you wish to shut down the terminal?
Sleep tight, everyone.
This is living memory's true appearance. I had braced for myself for it, but to actually erase the endless is hard. Thank you. This hurts. I'd be lying if I said otherwise. But the only way now is forward. In Serenity and Sorrow. Kathquia regards you and your companions with a sympathetic gaze. Don't torment yourself so. I ask this of you so the burden lies with me. And remember, we Endless are but facsimiles created from memories. You needn't feel guilt for erasing us. Be that as it may, it's so hard to say goodbye. It is. Nonetheless, it's our duty to the living to know and remember them. So let's pull ourselves together and keep at it. Keep seeking them out. I'd appreciate that. Come, let's head to the next zone. Yes, the land is cold, and another zipline at the Gate of Remembrance will take you there. But I ought to mention, while shutting down a terminal should erase the endless bound to it, those with strong unresolved feelings may linger for a time. If you encounter such individuals, perhaps you could lend them an ear, for their hopes are proof that they once lived. So what she's actually saying there is that after you shut down the terminal, don't teleport back because there are going to be people around with Aether Current quests that you need to catch. Oh sure, the people disappear, but all the monsters remain. Such as this one here. Tenacious Tour Guide. The Tenacious Tour Guide appears to have some unfinished business. You'll never guess what just happened. There I was, right in the middle of one of my tours, and my customers just up and vanished. There's nothing worse than not being able to see something through to the end. I need something to do with all this pent-up pep. I don't think I've ever taken you the tour, so how about it? I promise I won't take up too much of your time. Now, Canal Town wouldn't be Canal Town without its water, and where better to dip your toes into the local history than two of our storied fountains. Come, I'll wait for you by the Font of Devotion. Okay, 567 to the north. I don't think that'd be available here. I think that's in the Winter's Path Gardens. So we should be safe to ignore that current, I hope. There you are! For such an obliging participant, I'll have to pull out all the stops. According to legends, there are two water sources imbued with mystical properties in Canal Town. The first being this fountain right here. They say a mere mouthful is enough to fill you with vim and vigor. Don't drink out of the fountains, that's gross. Given that the proud town prides itself as a resort of revitalization, there could hardly be more fitting a fountain. Whether you believe the old tales about its healing waters is another matter. Myths are myths after all. I hope you aren't too disappointed. Nevertheless, though its waters may be decidedly mundane, the font still lives up to its name. Over the years, crowds have flocked to the fountain, invariably leaving soothed and refreshed. For those who display such devotion, perhaps there is something to be gained from a gulp or two. I hope that whet your appetite because another fountain awaits. Come, find me on the eastern side of town. Huh. So there is one that's not tied to the Aether Currents. Excellent! Allow me to continue. You stand before another storied fountain. These waters are said to bring happiness to whoever tosses a coin in. And if you are already blessed with happiness, I'm sure a different wish won't go unanswered. Plenty of folks used to just do that in days gone by. Are such legends to be believed? Well, there's only one way to find out. Here, take this coin and make a wish. Old coin, an unadorned, time-worn coin, the type you might expect to see languishing at the bottom of an old fountain. I know I ought not to ask, but what did you wish for? The strength to help as many people as I possibly can. I see, it sounds like you have some weighty responsibilities. You know, I've given this tour countless times, but not once have I made a wish myself. And not because I pour scorn on the legends or anything like that, I just never got around to it. But thanks to you I got to finish my tour. To mark the occasion, I think I might just toss a coin in. Now, as for my wish. If I had another chance at life, I would want to connect with as many people as I could through my job. I worked here as a tour guide in my former life too. Before it became a home for the endless, Living Memory was open to living, breathing folk seeking relaxation and revelry. Boy, did I guide a lot of people back then. I never tired of sharing my knowledge and hearing my visitors' wonderful stories. I suppose that's why I took up the same job as an endless. And I'm proud of that, proud of staying true to myself. Ah, but you didn't come here to hear me harp on about my life. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. Here's hoping our wishes come true. Farewell, my final customer. Even the Warrior of Light got a little teary-eyed at that. Wishing at the wishing well. Attuning with the ether current allows you to better understand the area's wind movements. East. So basically the next zone. Welcome to Living Memory. I offer a range of goods in exchange for bi-colored gemstones. Do you wish to engage in a transaction? You now have access to this region's gemstone exchange. That lively place yonder appears to be Yesterland. I wonder what manner of folk we will find there. Yesterland has an altogether different look. Each zone has a distinct character, 'twould seem. Kathleen has already gone on ahead. Let's get going too. Worry not, Ibuki. I don't intend to halt my steps either. System reboot complete. Bleep bloop. Error. User registration confirmed. I bid you welcome to Yesterland, where the dreams of children and inner children alike come true. Please enjoy your stay. Amazing! Is this also a recreation of an actual place? After a fashion, Yesterland is themed upon a period of peace before the storm surge had engulfed the world in conflict. It was a golden age for Alexandria. They've captured it here in the form of an amusement park. Well now, another large-scale attraction. Tell me I'm not the only one who's excited! I'm not ashamed to admit I feel excited too. I imagine this is how we're intended to feel. On the far side of the Yesterland is a castle. That's where the terminal is located, in the basement. I'll go on ahead and wait for you there. Take what time you need to get acquainted with the locals. Have fun now. This is just Final Fantasy IX concrete. Like before, we'll speak with the Endless. We'll learn what's dear to them before doing what we must. Right, let's start by exploring and get our bearings. And it's covered in ghosts because of course it is. Seeker Bat. Old-fashioned house. Appearing to be a domicile, this building resembles those that lie submerged in heritage found. The windows are composed of a colourful array of stained glass. I'm not sure I'd want my personal I'm not sure that I'd want my actual window to have stained glass, because then you can't look out it. How are you supposed to know if a cat's wandering by in the middle of the night, or to check out the magpies? The beautiful artwork on the ground depicts a swirl of stars. Perhaps such a sight was once visible in the Alexandrian night sky. Oh, hello there, miss. We were just talking about Sir Otis. Do you know him? He's a bit odd and doesn't get jokes, but he's really strong and can vanquish fiends in a flash. He's probably out there fighting right now. When I grow up, I want to be strong like him. The Sir Otis that the children spoke of calls to mind another Otis. It might be worth seeking the man out to confirm his identity. Ether compass. Have to remember the ether. Yep. We have to check to the north. Yeah, this one is this one is really distracting, and there's a good chance of forgetting to check your ether compass. To the east, 411. So yeah, that one will be in this zone. Uh-oh, suddenly not so idyllic. A man is engaged in battle with fiends. He may need a helping hand. Starved Seeker Bat. You're welcome.
I know not who you are, but my thanks for your timely aid.
Your bait's so strong!
That was amazing, Otis! And you too, miss!
Ha ha ha! Fiends such as these are naught to be feared.
Well then, dealt with it already, have you?
Ibuki looks like she saw a ghost, which probably isn't so inappropriate given this guy.
Be at ease, one and all. So long as I, Sir Otis, live and breathe, no citizen shall come to harm.
Otis! Of all the people, could you really be that Otis?
I'm certain I do not know what you mean by that, Otis. I am who I am, and I should very much like to know who you are.
You're Sir Otis Villona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria, yes? We met you while searching for Gululja. You cooked a most delicious repast for us. Fought beside us in Solution 9.
Gululja. Solution 9. I've never heard of such things. These events of which you speak are utterly unknown to me, as are you. I'm quite confident I would recall if we had met before. Could this be? Villainy! You seek to bewilder me for purposes most foul!
No villainy intended, I swear. Tell me I'm not mad. This is definitely the Otis we know, right?
An earlier version, he won't remember his time as a machine.
I say! What are you whispering about there? Wait! I've no time for this. I must attend to my preparations for the founding celebration. The children begged and begged that I perform in the marquee play, and I cannot possibly disappoint them. I take my leave of you. Good day!
Founding celebration?
Gods, what a surprise to meet Otis. He might not be the exact same one as the one we met in Heritage Found, but still. Thinking back, he mentioned that he was a test subject for soul preservation. That might explain why he's here in this way. In any case, I'd love to talk to him some more. There are some things I need to tell him. Wuklamar is eager to go after Otis. Right, let's go after Otis. He's bound to know about the past, about Alexandria of old as well as Sphene when she was a living person. The problem is he doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk. Perhaps we could offer to help him with his founding celebration. That might warm him to us. He set off this way, come on! Okay, we're gonna keep going east because I want the ether current. Also, there are wild outrunners around here, the little robots that Kathquia was controlling. You can see them in just about every region of this place, though. Acrocat. Like the Gala cats from Heaven's Ward. So then, where did Wuklamar say we had to go? We'll probably swing back around to the northeast at some point. Are you harmed or are you unharmed? The latter, methinks. To which Her Highness replies with her winsome smile, I am thanks to you, my dear Otis. You are not this reflection's version of Hildebrand, as much as it feels like it at times. You again! Shall I play the part of the Queen? I appreciate the offer, but there's no need. The script is my own work, you see. I know Princess Sphene's lines even better than my own. Ha 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 ha! There is, however, a scene with which I struggle. Hey, this looks like fun. Can I join in? You as well? I thought I said I was busy. You did, but we thought maybe we could help. You're getting ready for the founding celebration, yes? I am. And if truth be told, we are in dire need of assistance. For this edition of the celebration, there is to be a play about the history of our realm for the children's enjoyment. What a coincidence! More backstory on something that we're destroying. But with fewer of us given form, we haven't had enough fans to carry out the production. Thus I've been tasked with not only writing the script, but performing as myself besides! Well, you'd probably know that role better than anyone else at least. Calm down, it's alright. We really are happy to help any way we can. Just tell us what to do. For the same reason the production is short-handed, it has become difficult to gather a crowd. I'd be obliged if you could spread the word of the play to the children in Yesterland. Consider it done. We'll take ourselves around and talk to younglings. Splendid! Oh, and to better appeal to them, we have adorable animal costumes for you to wear. Together with your cheeriest bearing, of course. Alright, anything to make the children happy. Let's see. Yeah, this one should be suitable for you. Elephant of Resolve. Oh, it's a glamour. I was confused for a moment when you handed me the device. I have something in mind for you as well. Let me know when you're ready and I shall activate it for you. Ready, are you? Then let us have you don your costume at once. Marvelous, there's not a child that would fail to be delighted. Heh, it really does suit you. Now that you are suitably attired, I pray you go forth and promote our play to the children. Concentrate your efforts here, in the vicinity of the air cab station, and see that you make it fun! In the meantime, I shall continue my own preparations here. Should your costumes wear off, I shall provide you another. What's up, Doc? Your next quest objective requires guises. Certain duties require you to don a disguise to complete quest objectives. You may only remain disguised for a limited time, indicated by the status effect. Should the guise effect expire, or you stray too far from the objective, you lose the disguise. You may return to your starting location at any time to refresh the duration. If it has already expired, it will be granted anew. Weird that they're having us do this with with the tavern keeps for the original 3 cities, because as far as I know there isn't a quest involving that. Oh, a rabbit monster! You'll rue the day you cross paths with this royal knight! There's going to be a play? With knights and stuff? Come on, let's go watch! We can ride the air cab later. Oh, unable to execute command while wearing guise, of course. Oh, are you here to look at Queen Sphene too, Mr. Rabbit? That great big golden statue is exactly what she looks like. That's what my mum told me, and she's a scientist. My mum also told me that terminal is a tomb. Her Majesty must watch over all of us from there. A play about the realm's founding? I love history, that sounds great! I'll let my mum know so we can watch together. Thank you, Mr. Rabbit! Yesterland. Designed around the element of Earth, this section of living memory features a number of attractions. The Esperance Wheels and Air Cab ride both afford an incredible view of the park, while those who prefer to keep their feet on the ground can enjoy a stroll around the historical recreation of Proto-Alexandria. Ah, I see your costume is worn off. Here, I shall give you another! Hello there, Mr. Rabbit. What's the matter? Ah, the play. I know about it. They sometimes have performances over at the castle. I've seen it before, so I thought I was going to give it a miss. But if you say it's special this time, then alright, I'll go. Look, it's a rabbit. What is it? Want to play with us, do you? There's gonna be a play about Queen Sphene. I wanna see it! We aren't that much taller than the children here, oh dear. We'll head over to the castle right away. Thanks for telling us! I suppose that's what happened when you play as a female aura, though. I swear I've seen people mod the game to make tall aura girls, but it's always possible that I'm mistaking it for a different race. Maybe it's the bunnies or the Rogadins. Well, who should interrupt my gear cab watching but a person in a silly costume? Let me guess, you're here to tell me about the play. Don't bother, I've seen it no less than 50 times already. Otis is going to be performing as himself? Now that's a new twist on an old classic. Alright, just for that, I'm willing to see the play again. You're finished making your rounds? Excellent, I shall take the costume off your hands. Thanks to the two of you promoting the play in my stead, I could memorize the lines to my satisfaction. I am grateful beyond measure. Don't mention it. It was fun meeting endless children. Endless children? What an odd thing to say when we're endless ourselves. It's complicated. I'd explain it to you, but the play is due to start soon, isn't it? Ah, very soon. I must needs make my way to the venue and see to our final preparations. Let's talk later then. We'll be cheering you on from the crowd. By all means, but hold on. What would you say to performing in the play as well? I'm a silent protagonist. I can't voice anything. Are you serious? Oh no, definitely not. I've never done anything like that. I don't think I can learn lines on such short notice. Ha, rest assured it won't be a difficult part. What I have in mind of you or the two of you is a little swordplay, a duel between an Alexandrian and Limbalum soldiers. That is certain to please the children, and without the need for words. What do you think? Have at you, Limbalum scum! Ha, that keen are you? Alright, you asked for it. Then it is settled. I shall prepare your costumes for you. You need not engage in a mock fight. Well, there isn't time for a rehearsal. The little mistakes are all in good entertainment. With that, I shall go and inform the troop of members of the changes. Pray make your way over to Pursuit of Alexandria and await further instructions. That's the castle where the terminal is. When we shut it down, Yesterland and the Endless in it will also fade away. So let's give them a show to remember. We'll remember them too, them and what it is that they seek to preserve through this celebration. Okay, I'm 90% sure there is actually an Ethan. That's odd. I could have sworn that there'd be something around this corner. I might be getting it mixed up with the Ether Current quest actually. Shoot! Stop following me! I'm on a time limit and you're pushing me hard. Man, I said that we might get to the third area. I'm beginning to think that we can't. I think... I'm gonna have to consider how I'm gonna break things up, but we're probably going to have to cut the stream after we shut down this second terminal. Right, let's give it our best and have us some fun.
Well, this seems to be the right place. What's on the program, I wonder?
And where are the others, for that matter?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. A great conflict rages over precious electrope, and the Kingdom of Alexandria has been embroiled in the chaos. When the royal capital comes under siege, the kingdom's valiant knights lay their lives on the line for their beloved Princess Sphene. I bid you keep your handkerchiefs at hand. Now, without further ado, yeah! It's a royal knight!
I beg your pardon?
What a twist!
Oh, unbelievable.
Ha! Yeah! Arg! I am killed!
You must flee! All of you!
Princess Sphene!
Are you unharmed?
Oh, I am, thanks to you, my dearest Otis.
My dearest?
And so, in no small part due to the valor of the royal knights, the kingdom succeeds in repelling the invaders. But their jubilation proves short-lived. For in mad defiance, the enemy unleashes a forbidden weapon which brings about a terrible calamity. Full many lose their lives. The good Queen Sphene, shining vision of hope, among them. Go to her! You're supposed to go to her!
What's happening?
Is it over already?
And then, though the people grieved their queen's tragic passing, guided by her legacy of compassion, oh boy, they, worked hand in hand to overcome an age of hardship, and in time, they
She's
built
trying
a
so
peaceful
hard.
and prosperous Alexandria. A new Alexandria.
Pray forgive me. The memories. They had me in a vice grip.
All's well that ends well. I wouldn't dwell on it.
If I may ask, during your improvisation, you spoke of a new Alexandria. And so I'm given to wonder, do you hail from a time after mine own?
Boisterous he may be, but he's still smart. He's not a fool.
we do. And we're living people, not endless.
My word. That I should meet the living in this place. There is another question I dread to speak aloud. A question I couldn't bring myself to pose to newcomers out of fear of the truth. Alexandria. Does it still exist?
It does. It isn't quite the place you knew, but it endures. The descendants of your people walk its streets and live each day to the fullest as proud Alexandrians.
They live. We live. I had failed to protect my queen, but to hear that, it brings me a measure of peace.
You were there too, Otis. That is an incarnation of you.
Of me? That's absurd. But wait, something comes back to me. When they were researching a means to resurrect Her Majesty, memory preservation or some such, I volunteered to be a test subject. No. It is a fog I cannot pierce. But pray, tell me, this incarnation of myself, what was he like?
Best character in the game. He was a brave soul who protected his queen to the last.
That's not all. He was a father in all but name to the new king, Gululja. Whatever you may have failed to do, you're the noblest of souls, Otis. And your deeds, your sacrifice, gave us hope that we sorely needed.
It is a miracle. Verily, there can be no other way to describe it.
It is. It really is. We bear the legacy of your other self, and we'd be glad to bear yours as well.
My, what comfort you offer! With such dependable souls to take up my shield, I may rest easy indeed. I beg you, watch over our new king. The war changed my queen. To her final moment, grief darkened her gentle countenance. I've not the honor of knowing Gululja, but I pray that for all his days, he shall have cause to smile.
We'll see to it he does, Otis. I swear.
No explanations are required. I have intuited your purpose. There are paths only the living may walk. Mine was a tumultuous life replete with joy and sorrow both, but it ends on a bright note thanks to you. If I have one regret, however, it is that I could not meet the new king. Send him my regards, won't you? had a wonderful time. I believe everyone here did too. Suffice to say, I didn't expect you to appear on stage. You did a fine job, both of you. The fact it's mostly children in Yesterland explains all the amusements here. But as happy as they seem, it's hard to think about their lives before this. For if the form of an endless reflects their happiest self, it means they died before they grew up, or grew up to find no greater happiness. That was a marvelous play. 'Tis a shame it will be the last performance, but it will be forever etched in my memories. Well, we're here. Are you having doubts? No, I'll do what I came to do. It's just, the fonder you are of someone, the harder it is to say farewell. If you're ready, Ibuki, then I am too. Upon shutting down Geo Terminal, it will not be possible to restore Yesterland to its present form. Are you certain you wish to shut down the terminal? Yes. Alright, let me just say a word about those we met here.
That knight, he was the one who looked after Gululja. And now you follow in his footsteps.
And those of others as well. We've come to know how much Sphene's people loved her, how much they yearned for peace. All of this we'll carry with us.
I see.
We even shut down the air cab. It's like waking up from a sweet dream to bitter reality, but I'll never forget my time with the Endless or the pain I feel now. We're more than memories stored in machines, so long as someone remembers us and carries on our legacy, we'll never truly fade away. A Knight of Alexandria. For some reason I was thinking that there was something behind me this whole time, but I can't see it. Kathquia would guide you to the next zone, Sanctuary of the Strong. So far there appears to be no change with the Mesa terminal, so let's take the opportunity to visit another zone, Asio Volcane, in the northeast. The place with the volcano, eh? I suppose we're using the zipline again. You know it. Like before, I'll take care of the guard at the Gate of Remembrance. Come, let's head back. So there should be... yeah, there. Perplexing puzzles, endless fun. Our ether current collection isn't looking that bad. Hopefully the... yeah, I think that's the right location we should have so far. Wow, you don't even get combat music after all this. The lively lass is looking for a playmate. Hey, miss, can you believe it? I just finished up setting up a brand new game for my friends. They've only gone and disappeared. Unbelievable! It took me ages to think of all the clues and hide them around town. I guess it was all for nothing. Hold on, I've got a great idea. Why don't you give it a go? Trust me, you'll have a great time. Okay, here's the first riddle. By yesterday's gate stands a tiny mountain piled high. See if you can figure out where I've hidden the next clue. So yeah, I'm gonna do this quest and then we'll wrap up the stream. I think I'll do a quick stream tomorrow to cover the remaining 2 terminals, but it'll be next week that I cover the dungeon and then the trial. Because we don't actually know how long it'll take for me to get a queue pop. Yeah, I'm queuing as a tank, but you can never be too sure. You find a hidden scrap of parchment inscribed with the next clue. Congratulations on solving the first riddle! Here's your next clue. 4 lamps loom over streets of glass, but only one true light shines on Her Majesty. Western street lamp, southern street lamp, northern street lamp, eastern street lamp. So I think that this one is supposed to be... It's either the western or the eastern street lamp. Actually, let's try the western one first because it's closest. You find a hidden scrap of parchment inscribed with the next clue. Great job solving the second riddle. Here's your next clue. Over the river, inside of the spiral, behind the pointy hatch hides the shrubs you seek. So yeah, that's the thing I was thinking about when we were talking to people dressed up as a rabbit. Oh, another person who didn't fade away properly. Oh dear. Oh, now he gives up. You find a hidden scrap of parchment inscribed with the next clue. Here, tap hand at this. Just one final clue to go. The princess awaits your return. P.S. You'll also need the password, I want to be your canary. I just realized these gem keepers have really sparkly glasses on them. They're wearing sunglasses. Fashionable Spriggans. It's so eerie to travel around here with absolutely no music because you've killed everyone. Well, you found me. I'm guessing you know the password too, right? I want to greet your kitty, I want to feed your pony, I want to be your canary. Amazing, you passed with flying colours! Now that you've finished, I thought I'd tell you how I came up with my clues. The first clue was, by yesterday's gate stands a tiny mountain piled high. Of course I meant the entrance to Yesterland and the stack of crates a few steps away. There was one kid who used to hang around by the gate and make sure any newcomers quickly got the lie of the land. Pretty nice of them, right? Oh, alright, time for the next one. The 4 lamps standing over streets of glass. Well, there are the streetlights by the star glass. The bit about one true light shining on Her Majesty is because you were supposed to look for the street lamp closest to Meso Terminal. From there, you can see Queen Sphene's statue from in between the air cab rails. Quite a sight, huh? From the third part of the puzzle, my clue was over the river, in sight of the spiral, behind the pointy hat hides the shrubs you seek. The river I'm talking about is the old Electrope River, and the spiral is the air cab station staircase. And the pointy hat? Easy, that's the building with a funny shaped roof. Whenever we used to play hide and seek, it was a popular spot. I figured it'd be a great place to leave a clue. The last clue about the princess waiting for your return? Well, I wrote that because princesses live in castles and that's where I was waiting. I bet you're dying to hear about the password too, right? I want to be your canary is the code we'd use when we needed to keep something secret. It's the title in an old play about a princess who falls in love with a commoner. That's a great thing about this game, it's not just about having fun. It's also a great introduction to Yesterland for anyone who's just arrived. Everyone knows about the program ring and the Esperance wheels, don't they? I wanted folks to take folks off the beaten path. Make sure they learned our password. Although I guess I won't need it anymore. Still, I'm glad you played my game, miss. I think I'll go for a last wander around the place. It's been fun, thank you! Perplexing puzzles, endless fun. A 3-hour stream and we're still not done. Attuning with the Aether Current allows you to better understand the area's movements of the winds. This one actually falls under the Others tab. Leonode Nano. So yeah, we'll get back to this tomorrow we'll get back to this tomorrow. But for now, stream ends, so until next time guys, take care, we'll see you all around. Can I sit on this? Hang on. No, I'm not allowed to sit on those. Ah well. Till next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around.